What up? This is Rap Hits, and so I made a video right away when everything went down between Offset and Kenneth Petty. So I suspected that one of the people in Offset's camp might have called the police on Kenneth Petty. What I said was, did Offset Charleston White Kenneth Petty? So now Nicki Minaj is coming out and confirming this suspicion because she's suspecting that Cardi B was behind Kenneth Petty getting put on house arrest for those threats. So basically, Nicki Minaj had a tweet that went out, and it looks like she's speculating that Cardi B was behind that whole thing. So that's not too far off what I was saying in my video, but I went a step further and said, well, if it's not Offset or Cardi B that called the police on Kenneth Petty, maybe it was their security detail that did it, because Offset security is responsible for his protection at all costs. So if they need to do some preventive measures to keep Offset safe, then it was probably suggested to the management of Offset, or or they just took upon themselves to probably report Kenneth Petty. And so people think like, okay, well, the hip hop police is just watching all these social media videos and they probably did it on their own. But look, I mean, there's a good chance that this was delivered to the police, this incident. Even though the threats was made online, you kind of sometimes need, you might kind of need that party to actually make a complaint, to issue a complaint. So, I mean, who knows if there's going to be any court records or any evidence that this happened where people can prove that Offset's security detail called the police, or Cardi B's for that matter. Either one of them could have been behind this whole thing. But really what we've been seeing is that's the way a lot of things can go down now. And Charleston White opened that door, and kind of 6ix9ine too, where if people was talking real wild, they get real humble real quick when the police get involved. So they could be sitting here talking about what they're going to do to somebody. An op could run up, talk about what they're going to do. But is that op going to be talking all that stuff if the police get called on them, is a question. And so that's kind of like a thing that's been happening where, you see Big Zoo, which is Kenneth Petty's nickname. So Nicki Minaj's husband, his nickname's Big Zoo basically. And, he got real quiet when he got put on house arrest. He got real humble. He ain't talking so much now about what he's gonna do to Offset. He that shut him up real quick. So you get results instantly. The biggest, baddest dude that is the biggest op, all of a sudden he's very humble and quiet once once the police get on him. You know what I'm saying? So look, Charleston White opened that door, and that's a tool that looks like, it's an effective tool, because the ops, they don't expect you in this community to be calling the police on them. That'll catch any op by surprise. You turn out to be a Charleston White. That's a term that I came up with. I ain't really heard nobody else call it that before. You Charleston White somebody, meaning you know what that means basically. So we see what time it is. I mean, if the biggest op is out here talking all this stuff about what they're gonna do to somebody, and they're doing that expecting you to be part of the streets. There's like a code where they look at you and your appearance, and they're like, oh, this person this person ain't gonna call the cops. You know what I'm saying? And if the cops if somehow you pull that off and report that incident, that person shut up real quick. So this is how it goes down now. I mean, that would really change a lot if people, if street people somehow use that tool you know, I mean, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but we see it's happening, especially with celebrities, at least. You know, and you know, you get on. We saw Soldier Boy going at Dex, famous Dex, and we saw all these people going back and forth. Whack 100, he went at somebody. If you know, he went out at a lot of people, and you know, you see all this back and forth stuff. You never expect one of them to say, okay, you know, report that incident, and then the incident's done after that. So, anyways, do y'all think Cardi B and Offset's teams was behind getting the police called on Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj's husband? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe for much more videos and click that notification bell. I'm out of here.